Welcome in Train Wreck today, October 15th. Do you know where your degenerates are? We are here, Bruckman Studios, Train Wreck today, brought to you by Train Wreck Sports, Herd of Buffalo. Make sure you're following both because this action never stops. We got Slick L. We got Dreamboat Don. We'll be joined eventually by Mike Rizzo of Sports City, but let's bring her in. Abigail, how are we doing on this Wednesday? How are we doing on this hump day?
We're doing better than yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just glad that we didn't have to do this yesterday. I was looking on the timeline. I would say it was basically Chernobyl out there. You were seeing Fire McDermott this, unemployed bad bitch who. I mean, it just, the emotional reaction, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, right? Because when everything is right, it's passionate in a great, fun, crazy way. And when things go wrong, it's kind of the opposite.
We're passionate fans.
Yeah, plain and simple. Plain and simple. Speaking of being passionate, let's get into who's hot and who's not, brought to you by our friends at Celino Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Our friends at 6'8 Flush kicking it off. Let me kick it off now, and then we will go Slick Don and to Abigail for her hot and not. My hot, I got to give credit. I don't know if you've seen this on the timeline yet. Topanga and Mr. Feeney are back at Dancing with the Stars. Danielle Fishel putting on a show, making a movie out of a cable show, and putting Mr. Feeney. Feeney! Do you know anything about Feeney?
No,
you don't know shit about Feeney, okay? So just stay the hell out of it.
I'm going for Robert Irwin
from
anyway.
Selena, Boy Meets World, all the credit in the world. By the way, did you know that Danielle Fishel never got to do the It's Disney Channel thing when she was on the show? What a drop into the ball by the execs. That was disgraceful. Speaking of not, I have to do this. And this is a perspective not because he's typically so hot. Brandon Beane taking a lot of flack right now about this roster. I know that Kincaid and Palmer got hurt. They weren't available, but taking a lot of flack in this roster, the safety position. Not a good couple of days to be Brandon Beane. Plenty of time to bounce back, but not a couple of good days for him, Slick.
It is not, and it is pretty ironically cold how your not goes into my hot. Because a lot of people are bringing back the quit bitching, and hot is wide receiver takes for the Bills again. People can't stop talking about him. We don't have a solidified number one. Keon isn't improving how he needs to. Go out, make a move, big baller Bean. It's the bye week. What are you waiting for? Not my words. Bills Twitter. The wide receiver takes are hot again. What is not hot, plain and simple, what we were just going over basically the whole beginning of the show, an L going into the bye week. It gives you way too much time to sit on it, to harp on it, to melt on it. And then by the time we do that, we're just on our frolicking way down to Carolina. Hopefully it can make up for it. Hopefully we can get Meow Mix on the scene. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to start with who's not, just so I can end on who's hot and a little happier, So who's not? No surprise. I mean, that was a Monday meltdown, and we're not just talking Bills, talking Sabres too. Kevin Adams
with a Y,
just already getting chance in the arena to hit the bricks, and then which is convenient because you got the cobblestone right outside. Yeah. It'll be very easy to hit those bricks.
I've done it.
And then and then on top of that, there's a bunch of just a whirlwind of spin zone. Guys saying there's news stories come out about Adams being new levels of unprofessional. Zach thinks it's all spin.
All I'm telling you is that this is why Sabres Twitter is days like today, because you've got people saying that this is like a false flag operation from agents. You got people saying, no, this is the real deal. This is why Sabres Twitter is like a 5-cheese lasagna, okay? When you go in for a bite, you never know what you're going to get.
It's like the Cold War. I don't know what to believe. You got double agents on both sides.
I'm pretty sure I heard someone say new levels of incompetence. That
was. When you're reaching new levels, you never want to be.
Someone's a mole. It's like The Departed. Don's right. There might be one on each side here. I don't know.
I don't know if it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
No one knows who Billy Costigan is in this situation.
Yeah. Wait, who is Billy Costigan in this situation?
Is it the agent? Who knows?
Someone's figure out Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know.
But let's do who's hot. I realize actually this isn't as positive as I thought. Fantasy owners, you're hot right now if you got a running back against the Bills. So any running back playing against the Bills right now, I mean, you're hot. Bills are giving up 150 yards per game on average on the ground. 210 last game. Last year, they gave up an average of 117. We thought that was bad. I would take 117 right now in a heartbeat. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I was going to end up more positive than that. Let's swing it over to our girl, Abigail, who's going to get us out of this misery. What do you want to start with?
Brutal. Let's start with who's not. Okay. Chris Collinsworth. You guys, you don't understand. During that Kansas City game, I wanted to grab my TV and throw it out the window. I know Bills Mafia feels collectively about this man, but I can't stand him. I cannot stand him.
Collinsworth really loves like edging to the Chiefs. It's like his favorite thing.
It's like we just saw Baker Mayfield do that incredible run, and he scrambles for like 7 yards and like slides, and he's like, who else in the league can do this? It's like,
Anyways,
zero penalties on that Chiefs team in that game.
Zero. Unbelievable. I can't even talk about it. Okay, so let's
look at this guy, Patrick Mahomes.
Let's talk about who's hot. How do we feel? Because I want your guys to take on this. How do we feel about a bye week being in October as opposed to like November? Because ours last year was in November, right?
I want to say last couple of years it's been a little bit later in the schedule. I agree with that take. We still have a window these next 2 weeks where you can make outside something here in Western New York. It looks like it's going to be 55 plus. Not necessarily going to be like Boca Raton out there, but there's tons of time to do outside. Like you said, tons of room for activities, Abigail.
Yeah, so I didn't know what everyone's feeling was about it, but I think that right now we needed that bye. We need this bye week more than I'm hoping any other time in the season. So I'm very okay with a bye week in October.
If we never needed it before, we definitely needed it now. Obviously, coming off the 2 losses, and it felt like the bye weeks the past couple of seasons when we started to get our momentum rolling again. So I agree. I think this is a great time for the bye week.
Yeah, me too. I think, and for my mentals, like you said, I mean, this is great. We got good weather. Leaves are changing. Having a bye right now is great. And I'm just, to keep the vibes high, I'm looking forward to it. Off this week. And we're all 4 of us going to Carolina next week. Then we got Halloween on a Friday, right? No less. I mean, things are good. We are blessed. We got to stay blessed.
The key for this bye week, and we got to channel this through Abigail. Abigail, what's the key to this bye week for all Bills fans? Let's face it, we're very emotionally invested. Like we said, we're very passionate. What's the key over the next, I think, 3 to 5 days? We can kind of take off and put things into a bit of a cruise control. What are you doing? Are you getting a little bit more rest? Are you taking a little bit more time? What's the key during this bye week?
Retail therapy.
I've had like 6 Snickers since we played the Falcons game. That's what I'm saying. No free plugs, but I'm going on the candy as well there. So what's on the plan? I know we had the docket. I know we've had a lot of distro days the last couple of weeks. What else is going on in the Abigail neck of the woods?
What are the drops like in the bye week?
So we did just drop bombers, which are really cool, perfect for guys. All 3 of you would look super handsome in them. Just keeping it rolling, getting ready for the holiday season. It comes sooner and sooner every year. So I'm just absolutely cranking out new pieces, trying to get snowsuits, coats, hats, gloves, anything you could think of in and ready for when that snow hits, because you never know when it's going to be.
You really do never know, especially when it's this warm, this late. That lake might never freeze, and we might be in for something, Maniac.
Seriously, we never know what this November and December will bring. Hold on to your hats. But Abigail, on that note, any little teasers you can give the fans? I know your inbox is popping, and I know that early in the bye week is a time where especially people are getting business on. Any collabs, anything in the works you can maybe tease a little bit for the fans out there?
I remember I told you guys a few weeks ago about the November teaser that is coming to fruition very soon, and it's with a really, really great family and a great girl, and I'm really excited. So that'll be the teaser of this week, and then next week we'll
you see that? Yep, there it is. I can see it there. Goosebumps.
Oh my God.
All right, well, R.L. Stein, you get out of here. No scary stories for the rest of this. We'll have a November to Remember sales event, and it's going to be Abigail based. This is going to be great. Take that, car industry.
Speaking of the spooky.
Speaking of the spookies, for sure. But Abigail, any final thoughts before we send you on your way on this hump day train wreck today?
I'm all good. Everyone rest up. Let's get ready for Charlotte and let's go. Yeah, the Meow Mix. That's what you're saying?
Before we let you go, shame on
Trying
me.
to lay
Shame on
That was
me.
a 3-point layup.
Spooky movies.
Yes.
We're talking scary movies. Everyone chiming in with 2 or 3 of their favorites. Abigail, you got any that are a go-to this time of year?
So I'm not a big Halloween person. I've never been. I don't like scary, but
Sorry. Well, the scary I get, but you are a person, holiday theme day, you go to the 9. So I'm a little shocked on that Halloween results, Slick.
Yeah,
I knew this about Abigail, honestly, but whether you're into the holiday or not, there's got to be some movies. At least, what I know you're not into the scary, but maybe something that like puts you in a holiday spirit, whether you celebrate to the max or not. I know, there was the Halloween movie with Jesse McCartney back in the day. I mean, come on, like that had all the girls going crazy.
I remember the It movie, the old It movie. That's the one that will scare my socks off forever because I watched it when I was like 8 years old. Terrified for years on end. So that's a good one. I would maybe I'll watch that back this year because that's a good old movie.
I got her back on.
Scary movies almost like what about the old Paranormal Activity? That had a good run. That had a good run.
I was damn near going to theaters.
See, I like the horror. I like the scary movies, but I also like the soft, spooky movies, like something like Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
You know, that's just a feel-good movie you could put on while you're carving a pumpkin. You're not going to get too freaked out. You don't have to turn the lights off. I like that one. So,
Weapons was kind of a spooky movie. Did you guys see that?
Got to hit that.
And then you could even
if you haven't seen that yet, check out Weapons. I will also say I'm a big franchise guy. Love the Saw movies. I know we've been on this. How did you go ahead Saw 4?
It was good. I realized they're shorter than I remember. They're only 90 minutes.
They're quick hitters, and there's nothing greater than when the Saw twist music comes on.
Yeah. Speaking of the franchises.
All right, speaking of playing music, thank you to our conductor, Abigail, for joining us on this Hump Day Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. Have a good rest of your good day now, Abigail.
All right, go Bills.
Go Bills, go Sabres.
Bills.
Today, we got it all rocking and rolling. And speaking of rocking and rolling, folks, our Celino friends want you to be rocking and rolling with their amazing Buffalo football giveaway. You could be the winner of 4 tickets to Buffalo versus Pittsburgh at the end of November. So that game takes place on November 30th. How do you register? How do you get entered for this? Well, folks, just book your free assessment today for any AC unit 6 or more years old. Any AC unit 6 or more years old, have our friends at Celino come take a look at it. 716-229-0818. 716-229-0818. 4 tickets to the Bills Steelers game. 2 hotel rooms near the stadium, swag, and more. Courtesy of our friends at Celino and Carrier for that giveaway sweepstakes. Speaking of Carrier, glad we finally have someone who can carry this show besides us 3. Welcome him in. The czar.
Where'd he come from?
Yeah,
Where was this guy?
Welcome to the show, Mr. Mike Rizzo.
Give it up for him.
Owner of All Things Sports City. First and foremost, happy 9-year anniversary, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We're happy to be here. Happy to have you guys on board.
I mean, listen, we're in year 9 as well. So we're getting into it. We're trying to catch up to what you got playing that mustard game. Speaking of which, Buffalo sports, Sabres off to the slow start. Bills have what they have Monday. What are you feeling on this Hump Day Wednesday?
I'm feeling good about the Sabres tonight. Call it a hot take. Call it crazy. I just, we're getting insider information from, not Kevin Adams, but, people who were chanting for him the other game.
Yeah.
Brady Tkachuk's going to be out tonight for a couple weeks. So I think this is a prime opportunity for the Sabres to get back on the right track and, maybe show the Bills how to win.
You got to win at some point, right? And that line movement really sketches me out. Starts at even money. We're minus 105 now. Yet this over 5.5 has juice on it, and we haven't been scoring for anything all season. So that really, I don't know. The lines moving in that direction is a little interesting.
Like, what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Like, what happens when the shitty-ass Ottawa Senators in their red theme jerseys come in to face the Buffalo Sabres in their home whites. A rare jersey decision there. So the fans can get excited about seeing a different jersey at home. But it seems like that's all the Sabres have to be excited about. What about the Bills' reaction? Because the Sabres' reaction is kind of a numb, like, this is what we expected. I think the Bills' reaction is a little bit sharper and a little bit crazier.
I think you guys hit the nail on the head. The bye week comes at probably the best time we could have imagined it. Take a week off, get the vibes right. Don't go play golf. I think you guys got to focus in. Let's not get our head out of the game. Relax.
Can we play
recover.
golf?
Wait, can we?
We'll go after this.
That's
perfect.
Massive.
I thought he was talking about us.
It's all good.
No, guys, we're going to go golf. Don't worry about that one.
All right, cool.
Speaking of the rest of the NFL, I popped in on Sunday to Sports City.
Non-Bills game.
I don't want to say, my goodness, place was packed to the gills. So obviously we had a great NFL Sunday. What stuck out to you most from the rest of the league when you were watching that day?
Well, the Jets are
a mess. As bad as you can say things are the Bills, oh my God, when you watch the Jets, when you watch the Dolphins, it's champagne problems is what the Bills have.
Mike McDaniel holding a job, and I would say the Jets are the Buffalo Sabres of the NFL. They just have an organizational problem at the top, and I don't know what needs to change other than everything.
It's hard to look at the Jets as a Sabres fan, and because also we have the hatred for the Jets, but we can relate as the Sabres fan. It's hard looking at the one or the other and being like, that one will never get fixed, but we still have hope. Just because
they're both
dysfunctional
in the bottom of the blender, getting hit by the blade over and over.
It's just a matter of which one's going to take
not
it
killed,
worse.
but just nicked over and over. They're when you get a hard item in the bottom of a blender, that's what they are right now. Just getting absolutely owned. No hope, no respite, no on the horizon. Aaron Glenn. I love Aaron Glenn. When I watch his mannerisms on the sideline and everything, I actually like him as a coach. But you just see how hard it is. The Jets literally allowed 3 points in the second half and lost. They allowed 3 points in the second half, 13 points in the game and lost. Terribleness just finds a way. It's like the Sabres.
Well, I was going to say ironic. The Bills only let up 3 points in the second half and lost 2. So
seriously, and that's why I got people going, the defense sucks. Yeah, the defense absolutely sucked at times on Monday night for sure. Would you say that's the only reason you lost? You'd be so foolish. How many times in the second half did the offense have the opportunity to march right down the field and make it a tie game? At least 2 or 3. And when you have a Josh Allen offense, and this is, it happened last year against the Chiefs too. You get that opportunity at the end to win it. I don't know. It's a lot easier, I think, in my opinion, for people to blame the receivers, to blame the defense, or to blame the coaching. And that's not to say that Allen ever deserves 100% of blame. Never does. But to say the flip throw on Monday night, or that some of the decision making wasn't good. Allen had an off game. Him and Brady need to go retool the offense. A lot of people are, the one thing I agree with too that I'm seeing out there, when Joe Brady took over for 2020 for Dorsey, there was a breath of fresh air. We started doing things, using the running backs more, using them in the pass game and being more dynamic with the routes. Oh, we're going to do this. You saw differences and you saw things maybe that you weren't expecting out of the offense. Now it's you almost know exactly what to expect out of the offense. Now maybe that was Joe Brady was coming in as a new coordinator. He kind of had some new ideas and they've worn off. But someone's got to adjust over this next 2 weeks because the Bills can't keep running that offense out unless they bring in a Olave or something.
Well, exactly. Who would have thought, needing
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, there you go.
Now, I will say, out of all the fantasies that exist, about these, that would be a go rescue that guy, for sure. Now, would they trade him to a Division I? I don't think so.
That's where you think, but his stock might be so low that
Did he sign a big deal?
Yeah, he signed a 4-year extension. I think
okay, well, I don't know if we can do that. But what it comes down to, and the funny thing about this team is that if Josh Allen text messages Brandon Beane today, I need a wide receiver. What is Brandon Beane doing the rest of the day?
Picking up the phone.
He's going and picking up the wide receiver. So it comes down to, does Josh Allen believe that Keon Coleman will continue to grow? We've only seen a small sample size, a third of the season. You get Dalton Kincaid back. Dalton Kincaid's having his best year as a pro so far. So that's the one thing we forget. When we lost that on Monday, people are like, oh, what's going on in the offense? Well, you lost your best weapon. Curtis, I know Curtis Samuel is driving people nuts by this point with the in and the out of it. I get it. Shakir, though, you have enough weapons on your offense where it should be dependable. And I think he has faith in those weapons. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills hold off as far as getting something on the offensive side of the ball.
You were on the side to go and get one, though?
Well, this is where my stance is.
Okay.
I think that they should empty the clip. I think you shouldn't give a shit about 26, 27 cap. I think you shouldn't give a shit about depth. You should go get your guys that you need to play the best 60-minute game you can play right now. Fair enough. I also think that Josh Allen may not be all the way out. He had all offseason to be like, I hate those weapons, or I don't want those weapons. He clearly likes those weapons. So it's a matter, do they think they can stay healthy? And they think they can be effective?
A week or two guys weren't exactly the healthiest, and no one played their best game. Doesn't give me any reason for Josh Allen or Brandon Beane to go hit the panic button just yet. Would I argue with emptying the clip necessarily? Not at all.
There's no tomorrow. There's literally no tomorrow.
Be the LA Rams,
Tomorrow's
go
never
all
promised.
in, win a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
You think anyone in LA is complaining about, our cap situation? No. They look at the Super Bowl banner and everything's good.
And when they did, so the Saints tried, they failed. They failed. So now they got in a little hell with whatever they did. The Rams did it, and people were like, well, good luck in the next one. They've been in the playoffs every year. They're literally contending and being in contention.
They gave the Eagles their biggest struggle last year.
Like, yes, they did have to swallow, I think, kind of like a poison pill with the Aaron Donald situation. Like, he retired. I don't know what happened there. But they've competed every year since. So I'm completely over, who are we going to get with the 30th pick this year? No, you've got to go all in. You've got to put your first on line, whatever we can do to get somebody.
Yeah, we were contending last year with no weapons.
Does Josh Allen think we need another weapon right now? I think that's the ultimate design. I think yes. I'll put that button on.
I just real quick, because I was thinking about this a lot since the loss. It's weird for me, the reaction. I feel like people are like, oh, we lost to the Falcons. How could we? When in my mind, I think the worst loss was to the Patriots. It was a game I thought
100% prime time
should have won.
Yeah.
The Falcons, keep in mind a few things. First of all, they're coming off a bye. Second of all, if you watch my prediction for this year, I picked this game as the Bills' first loss of the season. Everyone thought I was nuts. I thought it was a disaster matchup based on talent. Just a bad matchup that wasn't going to suit us well.
That's why it all over Bijan stuff.
So I really think it's just the two losses together. People are freaking out. Where if this was our first loss, it's different. But I really think can
I say real quick on that point? It's also how it happens too. If they lose week 1 to the Ravens and the next loss is the Falcons, they're probably not freaking out as bad. 2 losses back to back.
Yes, but I'm just saying this one. If we won, we were stealing a win from the clutches of defeat. Like you said, the offense had 3 chances where it wasn't really ever going our way, but we were looking like we could steal it, like the Ravens game. The game against the Patriots, I thought we were in the driver's seat at a couple points, and Drake May just made some great plays. So that's kind of my take. I'm not super down losing to the Falcons. I think the NFL, it's a week-to-week league, and sometimes you face a nightmare matchup, and that's just what it was in my opinion.
It's hard to win in the NFL, and we were all saying before, this bye week's coming at a great time. Good time to regroup, think about it. Falcons had their best game, and we got beat, plain and simple.
If you're really ringing the alarms, this is what I want to say, because people, a couple people were worried about the weapons. The alarm ringing is the safety spot. Because every single person with a pulse knew, as of the first day of training camp, that was our biggest issue. I mean, we ran with DeMar Hamlin for most of it. He was basically never in position, whether it was training camp reason, it was really never in position. Now we have Cole Bishop, who's he's in position, but he takes bad angles and can't make plays. So it's who cares if you're in position?
Passes,
I mean, that
angle is why Bijan.
I mean, they should have emptied the clip in the preseason when they didn't have the depth or the veteran presence there, and they should absolutely empty it now for whatever. I don't know who you can get for safety, but figure it out.
That's the play I'd make over anything on the offensive
side.
Jabril
Peppers gets signed by somebody. The Ravens.
I mean, we brought back Poyer. Just bring back Micah Hyde. Just keep doing it.
No,
just keep willing to come back.
Is it the practice squad or the alumni team?
Keep bringing back Ghosts of the Past, man.
No, that's fine. I mean, nobody's sitting here going oh, Jordan Poyer cost us on
no, not at all.
He had one of the
decent game. I'm saying I think that gets a little. The annoying thing is yeah, like, oh, we need a receiver. Who are we gonna call? Like John Brown or Cole Beasley? Like that's the dumb thing. Like it feels like our Rolodex is like the least dynamic thing.
Is Gabe healthy yet?
Yeah, that's also honestly that's an interesting one though.
What we're not talking about.
Because again, when Gabe was here the first time, it was like you needed him to be a top 3 guy. Now if he comes back and he's a top 5 or top 6 guy, you're getting kind of a little push.
And then you can give a break from forcing it to the guys like Coleman and Shakir,
dude, like,
who everyone wants to bitch about, or not getting the ball and not getting separation.
Listen, I respect the story and I respect our guy Agent Paul, but I think a little too many reps for Terrell Shavers. Like based on the production we're seeing, is all I'm saying.
I agree.
So that's it.
Again, who are you favoring, Shavers or Elijah Moore?
Well, based on how Elijah Moore was,
it's just it's hard to say anything good about Elijah Moore just because of like how it's all happening.
He's a nice guy,
but I think a little bit less weight on everyone in that room is a good thing, and that's what Gabe Davis can come up as a top 5, top 6 guy for sure. So yeah, we talked about the rest of the NFL. Dable's obviously off the hot seat. Jets are still a mess. Chiefs are. The thing that sucks is with the Bills. I mean, we can talk about this for another 20 minutes. I mean, 2 weeks just feels like it was like a century ago as far as like these standings. You're behind the Patriots now in the division. The Chiefs are like a half game back, 1 game back. Like you had every opportunity to basically like, and truthfully, that's something that's also happened. They've had opportunities in October and November in past years to kind of like pull away and they didn't do it. It's a week-to-week league.
I just need it on record that the NFL calling a pre-snap penalty post a touchdown is insane. It's not in their rules. You cannot do it. And they said we don't. It's as bad, if not worse, than the black suited ref in the Texan game. Yeah, it was crazy. You cannot call.
Still trending on.
You can't call a penalty if you don't throw the flag pre-snap. It's that simple.
It was man in black-esque because like right when you see the play happen and everything, you're like, oh. Like what could that have been? What could that like? And then all of a sudden, illegal. What was it? They didn't get set.
It was an illegal formation.
Illegal shift. Yeah, I hate it. I hated it.
And Jared Goff was even saying he's like, I'll have to go back and watch and then he lays out all the rules that he knows are the rules that you have to have in play for that to not be an illegal shift. Hands under center, they weren't. So he went through the rest. I don't know the rest of them, but it's just insane that he can go all through those off the top of his head and not come to a reasonable conclusion why they would call that.
We see the Kelsey drop pass that didn't even get touched. You know?
Not even. By the way,
right?
Not even
you throw up your arms and then the flag comes out.
Either. If he were to get touched.
Kelsey's not even. I'm talking about the ball that is touching the ground. That like the sky ref is supposed to call. And
this is the problem. It does go back to the man in black situation. Is that after the man in black situation, the NFL did start kind of like using a common sense eye in the sky ref, right? Where if they saw an immediate angle that it was an incomplete pass or something, they'll be like, no, we've actually changed it. You don't even have to use a challenge. Like, right? Like they started doing it. They just need to admit that they're doing that. That's the problem in all of this is that they situationally use it. Yeah. And then you're like, wait, did that guy did that ruling just come out of nowhere? Just admit, hey, we're getting help from the booth right now on like what happened. Like nobody will argue if you have definitive video footage of something and you call it that way. Nobody will argue, even if it's an offsides, if it's a false start. Everyone would agree with it. But
literally in cricket, if the umpire doesn't know, he's like, go up top.
I'm telling you, and we live quickly in a world where it can get figured. Like now we have the MLB strike zone is going to get that review. Just get it done the right way and not through these mysterious things. The man in black, the eye in the sky situation the NFL uses. It's because did you see, by the way, the ACC was showing like the full process of the plays getting
awesome.
reviewed.
I watched that.
So they would show I'm looking at this. I don't see anything on this angle. Okay, let's go to this angle. Okay, I think you're good with the initial ruling. The call on the field stands. They talk through it all. And the NFL doesn't do it because they don't want any transparency in their league. They don't want any eyes and seeing what they're doing in their it's crazy.
Yeah, so to create a visual of someone, they're literally showing you in a box, control room, where there's like 10 TVs and like 10 people, and you hear all their well, they're like, okay, so we all agree you didn't have control. Okay, we're good. And then they like check. They're like, we're all good on this call. We're all good on this call. Yep, let's go. It was
they are doing a lot in like 75 seconds. Like they all get on the same page about what the call was and what they have to look for. Then they're all looking for separate. Do you see anything? Like it's what you think happens, but it's very cool to see it all happening. And by the way, the XFL started doing that, and then they were like, "Oh, maybe we should start getting it."
AEW did like a behind the scenes when CM Punk made his return after 7 years of the production booth, and they're like, "Ready 7, 2-7, get up closer on him," as it's all happening in real time. So yeah, it's really cool to see all behind the scenes stuff like that.
I think what we're pulling out of this is there's going to be a new segment coming soon called Conspiracy Corner.
Yeah,
so there could be.
Stay tuned for more Conspiracy Corner.
Heard it here first.
I would be the one calling Conspiracy Corner right now with the way the MLB playoffs has gone. Dodgers again sweeping their way to the World Series. Woo. But Blue Jays struggling. It's kind of our Blue Jays since they are like close a little bit, but Vladdy's struggling. Do you think that the Blue Jays have any hope, or did the Brewers have any hope in either of those series?
I think if anyone, it's the Blue Jays, right?
Yes. Vlad's 0 for 7 or something. Like he gets hot. Everything changes.
Something at some point. And speaking of not being hot, how about Ohtani breaking again with bases loaded last night?
Yeah. Ohtani's betting against the Dodgers. Ohtani's betting against the Dodgers.
Has he found a new bookie? Someone's got to look into this. Can we get that title stripped now?
Best baseball player ever, worst better ever.
Yeah, literally.
I heard Tim Murray's out there now. Maybe he's.
Is that right?
Yeah, possibly.
All right. So. Yeah, well, just give him a call.
Good shit. NBA preseason, they're like playing all over the globe.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You got like 8 a.m. preseason games happening.
I felt like. So this happened last season, if you remember, but they literally just did like 2 games in France, and it was only the Spurs that played both games.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I feel like Wemby was just the opening to everything. Whether it wasn't Luka, like they weren't going and playing internationals in Serbia when he got drafted.
Yeah,
probably for other reasons. But Wemby really taking things to a global level. He's become a superstar
the NBA is trying to make itself the global league,
and it kind of has become that, right? Yeah. And you started, especially with the Olympics too, the FIBA World Cup. All these other teams are starting to give the U.S. a run for their money. U.S. is starting to take offense to that, by the way. So it is swaying back in the U.S. favor. But yes, like half the league now are international superstars.
La Prime Minister.
Yeah.
For sure. Speaking of NBA, so I saw this, and I saw this note on the show. I did not see this. Joe Mazzulla made the Celtics media members scrimmage the coaching staff?
Yeah, so I guess it's been a tradition for Celtics media members to go half and half and use the training facility and have their own scrimmage prior to their season getting underway. Joe Mazzulla, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the bloke. He's kind of like the NBA's new version of Bill Belichick, only an outspoken psychopath.
Who watches the town every day?
Practices jujitsu, and doesn't even think about basketball when he's outside the facility, and talks about like war to his players in the locker room. So the media members just show up, and at the end of his press time, he just goes, "Oh, by the way, you're not scrimmaging each other. You're facing the coaches." Final score, 57-4 Celtics coaching staff. They had our girl Megan from WEEI running out there
not
like
Adalini.
Crazy.
Adalini was in a blender?
I believe so.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm pissed.
And she
Are
has
you
ball
kidding me?
history too. She knows ball. Yeah.
She does know ball.
That's
I have to see the footage of this, because if that was done to our friend Megan, I'm upset.
Mazzulla's a psycho, man.
To be honest, I actually love that, because the coach is going to be getting shit from all of them all season long. So throw a beat down on them to start the year.
Even the day before
you want to question the system, or like, look what we can do to you in a box.
The day before that too, they came in and he was like, "Did they get you guys new chairs?" And they were like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Unfreaking believable. Like, what are we doing around here?"
I just want on the record that Dane Smith and Josh Byrne left the studio. They secretly, they were a little nervous that they were going to get caught in the funnel of the show, and that's okay.
They didn't want to overshadow the Rizzler.
We have a lot of fun. They didn't want to get intimidated by the Rizzler. That's fair.
Hand on the Byrne beer. We let them leave on their own accord.
The brine.
Yeah. He didn't come. He came for
Easter egg.
Came for the brine and caught the pine here on Trainwreck Sports. Herd of Buffalo. Make sure you're following along with all that. World Cup qualifiers. I'm going to be honest. I know nothing. Someone catch me up.
I saw a few teams qualify. South Africa's back for the first time in like 10 years.
They're back.
I think Cristiano and Ronaldo just became like the highest scoring World Cup qualifier player in history, which isn't much to me. Like, people are making a big deal, but like,
were these all in the field of play, was he PK
and
stacking?
go and look at like the group he's playing with to qualify.
But I'm saying this is why I can't stand these modern scoring records.
I do have
was
a graphic.
it in the course of play, or are they just pinging PKs?
I do have a graphic of teams qualified. So
you got Nigeria in.
Yeah,
you got Israel is out.
Israel is out. People were taking that hard.
They can't catch a break.
Recent 2 teams to qualify. The Ivory Coast.
Is that real?
The Ivory Coast are back after 2 straight misses. Senegal, big showing. They're back in the World Cup.
Send it, Senegal.
Yes, some interesting teams here. South Korea, Australia. Should lining up to be a banger.
Okay, so that's why this got in there, because you're Australia. Okay,
I just saw a lot of hoopla on the timeline yesterday.
All right, we're talking about
the World Cup's going to be in the U.S.
Yeah, in New Jersey, of all places.
Unless
can it like not accommodate it?
They have to replace the turf with natural grass and remove seats.
Oh, so that's actually a huge benefit for MetLife, though, to get natural grass.
They're only doing it for the World Cup.
Can you imagine if they did
the
turn right back?
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Right back.
It's like moving like a dirty couch out of your living room, putting a brand new one for that, and then
just for the party,
and then bringing it back in the dirty couch.
You want grass?
Man, Rob Ryan can't catch a break.
Also, do you guys remember like when I forget what the sporting event was that they had, like a friendly soccer game or something? You were going, people were like storming the stadium and climbing through the pipes.
Yes, they were climbing over things. I remember that.
People were like, we're supposed to host the World Cup game.
And wasn't there? Well, I think it was like a lesser game, so they didn't get as much security, right? Like a big game, but when it was happening, you're right. The vibe was like they're screwed.
Yeah, this is crazy. You expect to do that?
Speaking of people being screwed, if you think you're selling women's lingerie anywhere with this new line from Kim K out, I've got some bad news for you. Don, you're a little bit into the chic and fashion of it all, style. Tell me the inspiration behind this newest line.
I don't know. Fashion's cyclical. Apparently, Kim K says the bush is back, so you could have one without having one. Use your imagination. I don't need to get more into that. I'm not going to pull this up on the screen. You guys should look into this. We don't need to get Kim K cease and desist letters from us. But if you can now, have some.
I saw a woman online
fake nips poking.
People are saying it's 2005.
It's 2005.
Is that what
was that the last time
was like?
Because the bush is back.
Yeah.
Between that and the World Cup first conference.
Yeah.
Yes.
We might have to make that a punishment that one of us has to
wear it to the game.
Wear it to the game on the outside of our pants. Yeah. Wear Kim K underwear.
Speaking of car crashes, Alec Baldwin. So he was safe in all this. He was trying to pass a truck, and he films a post crash breakdown.
Don, are we allowed to pull this apology video up?
Well, yeah, it's not trademarked, right?
Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up.
So let's pull this up. By the way, Alec Baldwin, obviously, since that incident happened, 5 years ago, where he accidentally shot that producer, that was a very terrible thing to happen. It's kind of been on I don't know, an image rebuilding thing. He took a hit. His image took a hit with how he handled that. And by the way, this is a guy whose image has taken hits multiple times in his career. He had that drunk voicemail he left his daughter decades ago. Yep. Then he had that incident, obviously, on the movie set. And I think he's been kind of he's been in a little bit of a rut. He's trying to kind of get things going. He was in Buffalo this past weekend, so when we saw the car accident happen, we're like, what Tim Hortons did he drive through? That's the only reasonable question to ask. All right, let's check out what we got.
I know the exact angle this is going to be taken from.
I just want to post a quick message. I got all this inquiries about my car thing this morning. I was in a car accident this morning. I'm fine. My brother Stephen was out visiting me on Long Island, and we spent the weekend out there for the film festival. I do want to take an opportunity to congratulate everybody on the staff of the film festival, David Nugent and everyone, Casey, everyone. I can't think of all the names. Our board, our sponsors, Stuart Suna, my co-chair on the board, Randy Mastro, everyone on the film festival. I want to thank them. I'm leaving out a significant number of names. But this morning I was in this car accident. Guy cut me off in a truck. Big garbage truck. I was in this car accident. Guy cut me off in a truck. big garbage truck. I made a garbage truck the size of a whale. I've never seen a garbage truck. It must have been something commercial for like
Which I don't think is
taking
like
away
crazy big for a garbage truck.
material from construction or something. It was the biggest garbage truck I've ever seen. Anyway, I won't go into the details now and bore you, but to avoid hitting him, I hit a tree. I hit a big fat tree. I crushed my car. My wife.
Pause real quick.
I crushed my wife.
Every time he pauses, do you notice like he does so in a way where it seems like he's about to say like the worst news you've ever heard.
Yeah.
He does like I turn the corner and
I hit a big fat tree.
no, like he pauses, like the pauses are like really like triggering you, like based on how he's doing. All right, keep it going.
By the way, after this, I have video of the crash from the garbage truck.
Even better for sure. Keep going.
But it's all fine. I hit a big fat tree and crushed my car, my wife's car. I crushed my wife's car. That's all fine, and I'm fine, and my brother's fine, and blah, blah, blah. Congratulations to everybody on the film festival. Thank you to the East Hampton Police Department, the town police department, for coming to my aid. They came in and we filed a report with them. Officer Gherkin is his name, Gerken. A lovely guy. And there was another gentleman there, I didn't get his name, but Officer Gherkin from the East Hampton Police Department. As nice as can be and as pleasant as can be. And
the chirp.
my wife's car is pretty smashed up. Big tree, big fat tree. And
is that a chirp or a smoke detector?
There's a smoke detector chirp. That's what I mean.
I'm going to LA to see my family. Going out to California to gather my family together, spend a few days out there, and then come home. And I'm still so proud of my wife. I love you more than anything, and I'm very proud of you. Okay.
I don't know what's happening. This
is that not the most bizarre?
That video gave off the vibes that there's something else going on.
That's what I'm saying.
He might have and I'm saying allegedly. Like he could have allegedly commit like a huge crime while this is all going on. But he like when you get a celebrity, quote unquote, that does these videos, especially when they're in like like apology or the statement video, like typically they're very composed. They're very official with what they want because they want to get a statement out, right? Like they want to get the messaging out. They want to control it. He didn't tell anybody he was doing this. He went right into like the nearest stairway, it looked like, and he just started recording. And he had no rhyme or reason to have the messaging. What was the purpose of that messaging? Just so that he could say he was the one that caused the accident? And then everybody was like, a big fat tree. A big fat tree. Like,
I felt like something was up with this guy ever since the movie scene thing. Like he's been just acting strange. Even the video of him in Buffalo, he's at K-Dara, close to Pearl Street. He's acting a little bit strange. Acting very odd.
Very odd.
So here's
I've been more concerned about him since.
Okay, here we go.
Crash, but obviously not Baldwin's first encounter with police. Now the questions was he trying to see around the truck? Was he not paying attention? Didn't see the truck until the last second. But
so this is dash cam.
There we go.
So where's Baldwin?
So he's not on the road. There's no cutting off. You'll see.
All right. So this is just a normal suburban situation right now.
Look to the right, right here.
To the right.
Goes to stop, picks up the look to the right.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
So you were trying to pass in a parking lane.
I'm calling this right now. Alec Baldwin was texting.
Yeah, right.
At the last second,
obviously.
And he said, "I can swerve into the other lane." Or I can swerve off the roadway, and he just swerved the other way. Like this is so easy to explain to him, to act like he was trying to actually execute going around this truck. That actually makes Alec Baldwin look dumber.
That's why
because it was all the way pulled over.
It was all the way pulled over. So the fact that he's trying to say he was going around it, like, and how he pulled in so slow,
especially when it's a
everyone in their life has swerved off the road at the last second and like barely gone off. That was exactly what you did. Just like admit what you did. Like he's trying to make it something that's not.
Yeah, that's why it's just so funny. He starts like first congratulating all these people.
47 seconds of congratulating the film festival.
This big fat truck, as big as a whale.
I'm gonna hold off until like most people just exit out of the video before they even understand what happened.
I could totally see him I could totally see Tina Fey like asking him what happened. And like big fat tree lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon, there was a big fat tree.
Yeah. I'd like to bring in East Hampton officer Gherkin to get his perspective on the situation.
We definitely need
we need to do some investigating into that.
Yeah, very bizarre. That just about wraps topics, except for one more bizarre
Speaking
old man.
Crashes.
One more bizarre real quick. Oh, yes. Well, real quick. That's actually good. That's a good one. Crash outline. If Alec Baldwin crashes into you, or if you're crashing out about something that might have you a little devastated, feeling some type of way, call into our crash outline, 716-226-6263. Don't crash out there. Crash out on our line, 716-226-6263. We've had some on there, but before we do that real quick,
yes,
that was just a perfect time with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
An old man talking gibberish and making no sense.
Yeah.
Give it to us. Like, what's happening here?
Yeah, so Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is back in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. The Smashing Machine flunks the box office.
Not his fault. And we got to say that every time for the record.
By the way, Maniac and I have been told by multiple movie critics and or wrestling fans, his best performance to date.
One of the best performances, yes.
Not his fault. Flunks in the box office. He basically admits this and says, I don't mind. I'm proud of my character development.
Yeah.
And then goes on. I don't know what pod this was, so I'll credit them afterwards. But he's on with two blokes. They ask about Cena's retirement tour as if he didn't already mess up a big chunk of it.
I think it was I want to say he was on Bussin' with the Boys or something.
Could have been. Could have been. Who do you want Cena's farewell retirement tour final match to be? And this guy just makes a face right away that says, it's me. I want it. Me only. It has me written all over it. And then goes on to say,
his face was who else could it possibly be? Yeah.
And he's and then he goes on to this bullshit but obviously as an entertainer and a fan of John's, I would be honored. But no, dude, you just want the John Cena rub on the way out and a way for the final boss to come back into the mix since the Smashing Machine didn't do it for you. And by the way, we can attribute 3 months of this Cena retirement tour being bad to your ass turning him bad and then disappearing and walking off into the moonlight. Just saying.
Yeah.
We were to be found for 3 months. We all thought it was going to be you at SummerSlam. You want Brock, you got him.
Are you hinting that The Rock is full of himself?
No.
Yeah, The Rock definitely likes when he's getting cheered. That's for sure. And listen, I like cheering The Rock, so I'm kind of a hypocrite there. But it'll be very interesting to see. I think the terrible thing about this situation is that it's cinema.
For sure.
Because if The Rock was to come back and be like, you jabroni piece of crap, you had the opportunity to
expose me
I'm going to be the one who, that. The terrible thing about the wrestling world is that it's going to be great.
So I was just going to say, you and I are here hating all we do on record. But when he comes back, you and I will be acting like we're 11 years old again.
It's just like the Buffalo Bills and the Sabres. When you love something, you're often the most critical of it because you're the closest.
It's a love story.
If we just showed up and it was it's Roxy, and of course, you know what I mean? That's
also,
a no-brainer.
Real quick, any chance if it's not him, it's Edge.
Yeah, I mean, the live odds. I mean, I would be shocked if anyone but those two. I'm hearing Gunther. What are we talking about, dude? If it's Gunther, I mark my words. I won't watch the Royal Rumble.
I'm hearing Gunther.
If it's Gunther, mark my
Hendry.
See, Matt Cardona,
he posted Matt Cardona after he was on NXT last night.
What he should do is be I'm not in shape like I used to be or something. And I need to face these one-offs. And he should have matches with less people. I know that they have the dates thing or whatever, but he should have a match with a one-off signed Matt Cardona.
4 dates.
He should have a match with a Dom Mysterio. He should have those matches, but it should be he wants to ramp up for whoever his final mystery opponent is. Triple H can say he is the ultimate mystery opponent or whatever. And then finally at the end or whatever, the mystery opponent is The Rock or whatever.
Yeah. You think you know.
or Edge. And then, it comes off like that. But
that would be
percentage-wise,
a gauntlet.
The Rock and the Edge have to be at 80% of the pie, right?
It's I need to be at my full best version of myself. So
exactly.
go against all these guys and then give me all you got at my final date.
Yeah, or you could just be I made a career out of having hustle, loyalty, respect to everyone, and that's what I'm going to do these final 6 weeks. And he's
give
backstage
back to the people.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And then he could have a final match against either. He could still do monster heel Brock, but that just seems so stupid.
Seems dumb, it seems especially so stupid. After that first match.
Yeah, not exactly.
Brock, you got him.
Yeah, you got him. What do we got second half this week? It's a little light week, bye week. Sabres tonight. Don will be there. You might look for another food challenge.
Yeah.
Let me give you a lot of credit. You did complete the stage part.
Yeah. Shout out me. I'm gonna put myself up there right
yeah, look at that. One day you're gonna learn how to use tanning spray, but besides that, we're proud of you.
Yeah, and also I do want to, this wasn't included in the video, but I want to say I want to come clean about two things real quick.
Oh no.
First of all, made a terrible mistake. Slick was next to me, knew this. I forgot napkins. So I ate 3/4 of this without any napkins, just wiping my hands all over my.
When we went at the intermission, I ran to get Don napkins because his hand surfaces after 3/4 that parm was absolutely insane, glossy.
Dude, I had a bite myself, and just after grabbing it once.
Wait, what?
You did, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This was not disclosed earlier.
You said that was allowed.
You knew about
that was allowed.
I'm throwing the red challenge.
You knew about this. We told you when we came to your seats, and it was allowed. We were both allowed to try the
I offered you. I said you want to help the boy out,
buddy.
Yeah,
I just want to taste.
Get ready to learn punishment, pal.
Even more embarrassing. This I really got to come clean on.
Oh no!
The last quarter fell on the ground. I ate Key Bake Center ground sub. It touched the ground.
It touched the ground.
Good thing for
now. This did happen. The recovery effort
was great, though.
Also, the recovery it was easily within 2 to 3 seconds.
Yes.
But my thing was that I was saying we should just go to the booth and say someone knocked into him. Can we get a replacement quarter? Yeah. Like you're a food guy. You're a vendor.
And
I think at the stadium that would have played.
We can make that.
We were debating going at the first period break and asking them, we just dropped 52 bones. The least you can do is heat the second half of this parm up because it's cold at this point.
So I was embarrassed of doing that. Might have been the gummy hitting then. But yeah, it was a little embarrassed to.
That gummy made you a dummy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, to go up there and ask for the fourth quarter. So I said, what is more embarrassing, eating one off the ground and no one knowing? And I did, and my guilt has been tearing me up ever since that video came out. So I have to say, I ate a sub off the ground. Oh, well, I'm fine. I'm still alive. It's all good.
What's up, play coming clean by Hillary Duff. That's how you do honesty here on Trainer Today. Speaking of honesty, it is honestly Wing Wednesday at Sports City Pizza Pub. That means $1 wings for all dine-in customers. Go there, have a great middle of your bye week, and get ready, obviously, for the second half of October and much more. A huge shout out to Mike Rizzo for joining us. Obviously, our team here at Herd of Buffalo, Bruckman Media as well. I know we still got a little bit. I just wanted to give a shout out at the beginning of the land. What do we got?
We got some calls.
Oh, we got some calls to get into. I'm sorry. I did dodge the crash out. Alec Baldwin had me in a blender.
Okay? There's been a lot of crashes.
It was a big fat tree. I was trying to avoid the big fat tree.
A lot of crashing out.
Let's hear it.
Not just Alec Baldwin.
All right.
This has been some prime time for crashing. Let's hear what we got.
Folks, it's the Trainwreck Sports Crashout line.
No good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life. I don't know who the you are, but you have no idea what you're doing. Diddly diddly, hell, diddly ding dong crap! Not the beast! Pray to the God of skinny punks that this wind doesn't pick up, because I'll come over there and jam an oar up there.
All right.
It gets you right in the mood.
It primes you up. What do we got?
All right, so let's start with the text. We got a text from someone right here. It says, I'm annoyed, I'm stressed, I'm sad, I'm happy for bye weeks. I think refs need to be nicer to us.
I think that was a catch. So we're talking about the Elijah Moore one, by the way. We're giving him a lot of flack. A ball never hit the ground and it got ruled incomplete. We gotta take that in mind. And I think the boys need to have fun and just play fun football. Well, it's all fun when you're winning. I get that. Feels like all the curses spoken about cover of games and Hard Knocks was right. Go Bills. This is a diehard, though. I'll say that.
Yeah. If it is diehard, then they've been on the Madden curse thing since it happened, and then the Hard Knocks. So which one is it? I don't know. But yeah, discouraging text for sure.
I think that sums it all up, though, for every Bills fan. I'm annoyed. I'm stressed.
I'm happy
I'm
for
sad.
bye weeks.
I'm annoyed. I'm
happy
stressed.
for
I'm
bye
sad.
weeks.
And I'm happy for bye weeks. Yeah. That sums us up.
I think we can all agree to that.
We're all a little
in
tired
touch with that notion.
And then we got 2 calls. So let's go with this one first.
Hey guys, you can add me on Xbox at Big D Nicky B. I wasn't gonna call you this morning, but I was scrolling on Facebook and I started seeing Drake May commercials now. Drake May, of all people, they're putting pictures of this guy next to Tom Brady after what? Not a lot of time. It took Josh Allen, 4 years for people to actually admit that he's good? No matter how good Allen was, they would be like, oh, but he's reckless. Oh, but interceptions when half the time they were tipped. But now we got Drake May after 6 games being Tom Brady, getting commercials? What's going on?
Now, this is the one crash out I am ready to field. I'm ready to be like a field responder on this one because we've lived through this before. It wasn't that long ago when Mac Jones was being heralded as the next coming of the Messiah, the next, QB czar in New England and everything like that. And then
did he get a commercial?
He was getting commercials. He was getting everything. I guarantee
the 11-year reign of the Buffalo Bills is over.
You know who was going nuts was our guy Kyle Brandt was going nuts about how good Mac Jones was. People don't forget, buddy.
Tua had one good season, and all of a sudden
they all get crowned. It's easy. Again, it wasn't that long ago.
The Jets won a few games.
25 months ago, Mike McDaniel was the greatest NFL head coach that had ever existed.
Greatest schemer in the history of schemes.
Oh my God! Did you know your wide receiver could go in motion before the snap? It's crazy. But yeah, that was a valid crash out. I mean, the Drake May. It's tough for me to hate too much on the Drake May thing though because he was making plays against the Bills.
It's easy to crash out about him.
It's easy to crash out for sure. He's a volatile guy. We got one more on the.
We got one more. I think this is a good one.
Oh no! When Don likes,
you know what I think is great as a Buffalo Bills fan of over 44 years. That we have one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yes, that's nice.
Absolutely nobody.
Oh no! There it is. He's positive we have no receivers.
Cool. Josh Allen with the cannon arm.
No, he thinks it's cool.
And all the athleticism any quarterback would ever want or need.
It sounds great. Yeah, sweet.
And no one to throw the ball to.
Oh Jesus!
So let's just run Cook every down, run RPOs, or run Josh Allen sweeps. And let's just not even put wide receivers on the field anymore.
I know those guys so mad. You can feel it.
T-wing, old school football. Lose every game just like we always do. And maybe be like the second or third or fourth best team in the AFC.
Oh, just the AFC.
And I'll never see a Super Bowl before I.
This is sad. This is where it sounds like he's gonna cry.
It was before I freaking died.
He was gonna be mean, and then he like
pain, suffering.
There it is.
Constant humiliation.
Oh no! Jeez.
Go Bills.
It's
Go
so
Bills
funny,
was
though.
like
I'm
a
telling you, dude, these people are miserable. Yeah, well, sometimes you have to go Bills like, it's like
can
a
someone
checkpoint.
check on this guy?
Tell us if you're
I'm telling you, but I'm glad they called in because I feel like we can get them going in the right direction now on the crash out line.
Folks, if you got to call in, remember, don't crash out online or on your family. Crash out on our line. We're here for you. And Buddy right there, he seems like he's going through it. He really seems like he was first angry in a sarcastic way. That's when it's like deep seated, and then it turns into sadness.
That man was invested in the 1981 Buffalo
suffering,
Bills.
Yeah, that's insane.
Constant humiliation.
The constant humiliation as the volume went up completely throughout those two words. Like that was it. It was building that. You could feel it when he was talking in a tepid voice. Like there was a boiling undercurrent. That's like when you have a pot on the stove that's at 212, but it's like it hasn't gotten there yet. Like it was right there for sure. Well, I don't want to boil over now, boys. Thank you for keeping me honest, by the way. That's what the crew does. Any final thoughts here on Trainer today?
I wish Don the best at a Sabres game. Maybe he'll eat the nachos this time. I don't know. Who knows?
We'll see about that. I think I am going to see if I can do the boat, just try to knock out every food for the challenge and hit up the Sabres up, be like, can you give me a t-shirt or something saying I ate all the family of 4 foods? But going to try to send that. And you know what? We're so close. We win today. We're back. I'm back on the Sabres train if we win today.
Are we back?
We might be back if we win today. And the line's moving down. We might be back.
In our favor. We might be back.
We're back.
Let's go Sabres. Let's go Sabres.
This Wednesday, 43 North at Seneca having their semifinals. 15 teams are currently competing to go to Shays tomorrow to compete for the final of 5 organizations getting $1 million each to bring their businesses to Buffalo. Go check them out at 43 North. Get free tickets for tomorrow at 43north.org. So we got all that fun and excitement happening, of course. And I think we're going to wrap up this fun and excitement. Huge shout out to Dreamboat Don. Huge shout out to producer Rachel. Slick L, the crew here at Herd of Buffalo. Make sure you're following at Herd of Buffalo. Trainer Sports, make sure you're following at Sports City Pizza and Sports City Pizza Pub on Instagram. Huge shout out to Mike Rizzo for joining us again. Make sure to go have a good rest of your week. Make sure to go have a good rest of your day and start with a good day now.
Go Sabres. We're so back.